The private hospitals in rural areas, they are giving more salary to doctors as compared to urban areas.
Why should a student consider their career in medical science? I mean, what are the positive things or positive areas regarding this stream?
I don't think, sir, any other profession can give the peace which a doctor can get after treating a life. As in any other field, AI is going to bring a lot of advancement in medical sector as well, particularly like you said.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Physics Wala. My name is Subrat, your physics faculty, and today we are going to diving into a very relevant topic with Tulika ma'am, who is our accomplished biology faculty with a decade over teaching experience, and she has guided thousands of students in her amazing teaching journey. Welcome ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm really happy to be a part of this.
Ma'am, today we want to discuss about the next decade, which can be also called as an era for medical science.
Right.
So ma'am, before talking about future, I want you to throw some light on the current situation of healthcare in our country.
Okay. I think healthcare has seen a lot of progress and advancement, particularly if we talk about surgeries. Previously, we used to have open surgeries where we used to cut open the body and then do the procedure. But now we have shifted to laparoscopy, where we just have to make 2-3 incisions, that too very small, and then rods and catheters, etc. are introduced. So I think it's less invasive, therefore morbidity has reduced. One aspect is in the advancement in the technology. Secondly, we have also come up with lots of new hospitals. But again, since our country has a lot of population, huge population size, so still patient to doctor ratio is not matchable. So according to WHO, it should be 1 doctor per 1,000 patient, and we are still lagging little bit behind in that. So government hospital doctor seats are getting vacant.
So ma'am, how does this shortage of doctors affect the existing workforce of healthcare and especially in rural areas?
No, absolutely, sir. The shortage mainly we are seeing in rural areas only. Like Tamil Nadu, the government sanctioned 18,000 government seats to the doctors, but approximately 5,000 got filled. So I think doctors are not willing to go to rural areas for their posting because of the facilities which they get in urban areas. As a result of which, the workload on existing doctor is increasing. So per se, if they were doing 8 hours duty, now they are bound to do 36 or 38 hours duty, which is decreasing their efficiency. So that is having not good impact on patient, obviously. So I think that is the major problem.
Ma'am, what is the solution for this problem?
I think government has come up with a lot of solution. During internship, you have to do 2 months posting in PSC, Primary Health Center, or community medicine it is called. And so that you ignite that interest of treating patient over there. Secondly, if you're doing PG from �W𝐄𝐄 hospital, even if it is in rural areas, obviously you would not miss any PG seat, even if you're getting in rural areas. And if you are getting into that rural area government hospital, then you are bound to do 2 years of service there. And if you don't do that, you have to pay some money. So these are the solution which government is coming up with. Also, the private hospitals in rural areas, they are giving more salary to doctors as compared to urban areas. So for a cancer doctor, because I have known in my family, in private hospital, if cancer doctor, oncologist, after doing DM is getting 3 lakhs in urban areas, in rural areas, they are getting 5 lakhs. So the luring thing is there.
Right, ma'am. Ma'am, having said about all of these things, still the Indian doctors have the best reputation globally.
Yes.
So what do you think, what makes them stand out?
We are the best, we Indians. Okay.
Right, ma'am.
CEO of Google is also Indian, so I think we have those brain. I think major reason behind this is the exposure to different diversity of diseases which we are seeing here. Population is the major factor again. Population size is high, the types of diseases, the challenges which doctors are seeing is more here, which is making them more equipped and more skilled. Secondly, I'll also like to give some credit to parenting over here. Parents are very strict, parents are very particular about the education, which I think outside they are not, they are very liberal. So these two are the main factor according to me.
Ma'am, let's talk about why should a student consider their career in medical science? I mean, what are the positive things or positive areas regarding this stream?
I don't think, sir, any other profession can give the peace which a doctor can get after treating a life. If someone is dying and you are able to cure them, then that peace, that contentment which you get is immense.
Right, ma'am.
Added to that, obviously, pay scale, and there is a stability. Why to deny that? There is a stability, there is a pay scale, and the peace. So this is a cumulative. Why should students go for this field? And added to that, as we discussed, population is high, doctors are less. There is opportunity also to explore.
Ma'am, are there any specific areas or specific roles you would like to suggest to students in medical science?
So the branches you are talking
Yeah.
about, I think it depends upon person to person, it's personal choice. If you don't want to get into clinical branch, then presently radiology is the topmost branch where you are doing non-clinical thing. Pay scale is also good, and you don't have to deal with patient. But again, it's your choice. Had I been there, I would have gone for clinical. So non-clinical radiology is the topmost branch. Other than that, as we know, the India is cancer center of the world and diabetic center of the world. So oncology is gaining a lot of exposure. Heart patients are suddenly increasing. So cardiology. So I think it depends upon the person's choice.
Right, ma'am. So since we have now discussed the current scenario of healthcare in our country, now I want to actually go to future. I want to talk about future. What do you think artificial intelligence, the role of artificial intelligence is going to be in our healthcare system in our country? Because lately we have been hearing about that AI is going to play a very major role in detecting cancer at early stages or finding new drugs, or what could be the other?
Yes, I think you
areas?
answered your question, because yes, as in any other field, AI is going to bring a lot of advancement in medical sector as well, particularly like you said, in diagnosis. And if you have to do a pathogen counting in a blood sample, you would require a lot of manpower, and it won't be that possible to detect it accurately. If AI is there, detection primarily is going to be better. Added to that, because now doctors are also asked to do some research on AI. So AI is not going to replace doctors. Obviously, we will need doctors, but AI is definitely going to replace those doctors who are not well aware with the AI system. So I think this is what I know.
So, ma'am, I think you have rightly said that as the population of India is at such a level, we really need something like AI, which will
Yes.
actually help our existing workforce of healthcare.
Yes.
Right.
Accuracy will be more.
Right, ma'am. Right. Ma'am, that was a very, very insightful session with you.
Okay.
You have thrown you have thrown lights on some of the most important aspects in healthcare. Now, before we can wrap this session, what I want you to actually face a quick rapid fire
Oh my
session
God!
with me.
The way you were smiling, I knew you were coming up with something.
Yeah. So, ma'am, it has to be rapid.
Okay, I'll try.
Yeah. So the first.
Can I skip the question if I want?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
That's not an option.
Okay.
So all the questions are compulsory.
Okay.
So the first question is one myth about biology that you wish students would stop believing in.
Oh, I think students think that biology is all about mugging up things or cramming it but I keep repeating, it is all about understanding. Even the word has meaning. Yes, examples you have to learn, but it is all about understanding, and particularly for talk about zoology.
Your favorite subject.
Yes.
Ma'am, next question. If you weren't a biology teacher, what career would you have chosen?
Oh, I can't imagine, sir. I was bound to be a teacher. It is my hobby, it is my profession. So.
But ma'am, I think you love singing, right?
Yeah, I love singing, but I would not say that. I love singing, but I love teaching more.
All right, ma'am. Fine. One biology concept students always struggle with, but is your favorite to teach?
One I'll say from 10th and 11th, and one I'll say from 12th. From 11th, I think counter current mechanisms, students find it difficult, but I like making them understand. And from 12th, RNA interference.
All right, ma'am. If you could name a newly discovered species, what would you call it? Yeah.
From where are you getting these questions? Okay. A newly discovered species, I will call it juju. Sir, scientists are making very difficult names, which is a nightmare for students to learn. So I'll make it easy. Juju.
Zuzu. Ma'am,
Zuzu.
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 Cute name, ma'am.
Cute name. Zuzu.
If you had to spend a day as an organism, which one would you choose?
I'll choose bird. If my students know I'm a bird lover, I'll just fly and fly and fly. So I'll be a bird. Migratory bird, Migratory bird.
All right, ma'am. Next question is, if you could bring back one extinct species, which one would it be?
Extinct species. Can I change a question a little bit? I would want to save endangered ones.
All right, ma'am.
So I would save panda
Okay.
and panda I'll save. Kangaroo. I love kangaroo. I'll save panda and kangaroo.
Okay, ma'am.
And I'll bring kangaroo to India.
Also panda?
Panda, I can, if I have to choose between two, I'll go for kangaroo.
Okay, ma'am. Scientific name that's a tongue twister for you.
Okay. I don't know if I'll be able to speak it properly, pronounce it properly. Aptenodite. It's aptenodite. So sometime I fumble and I say aptenodite. So it's aptenodite. And students have to tell me what is the common name for aptenodite.
All right, students. So you have got homework. The next question is, ma'am, if you could have dinner with Charles Darwin or Gregor Mendel, who would you pick and why?
Can I choose some other scientist? No. Okay.
Ma'am, you can tell the third one also, but...
Okay, I'll go for Watson.
Okay.
Watson and Crick, who gave double helical model, but between the two, I'll go
the
for...
shape for DNA.
Shape.
Ma'am,
Oh,
see, I
being
know
a
biology.
physics teacher also, you know. See,
Yeah.
that's why I would want to go bring like him for dinner.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so in between these two, I'll go for Mendel. He was more laborious, and Darwin had scientist family, so...
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, last question would be, what's your go-to advice for students who are struggling in biology?
Study from me. No, kidding.
Ma'am, right. We can wrap it now.
No, I think biology, you should not blindly read NCERT. So students think that entire paper is going to be from NCERT, so they just keep on reading the lines and not getting to the depth of it. So I think I'll try to suggest them to understand each and every paragraph thoroughly. Maybe you don't require a teacher, or maybe you can do it from any other book, but just don't cram NCERT lines. There's a depth in every diagram, every chart and every table which is there in NCERT.
Ma'am, thank you so much for such an insightful conversation. I hope all of our students would love to hear you.
I loved it.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank
and
you
have a
so
nice
much,
day.
sir.
Bye,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Bye, sir.